All right, Dragons, here are some of the problems from the review. I'm not doing all of them, I'm doing some of them. All right, this is the one that probably caused us the most problems, problems 2 and 3, so we'll knock those out. I know some of y'all did them in class, but on the video you can just kind of sit back, kick, and just see what's going on without having to scramble to write things down. All right, so you got to know your forms. They'll be on the anchor charts around the room. Look at them, use them during the day. So in this one, we want standard form. So our goal is a number times x plus a number times y is equal to a number. All right, we got to start here, progress to here, and shuffle the furniture and get to standard form. Here we go. You got to realize that this is a fancy way of saying that I have a point, -3,7. Point, slope. Point, slope. So we're going to take this and plug it in here. Here we go. Y minus my y value, which is 7, is equal to my slope of 1/2 quantity x minus my x value of -3. Now remember, you have a double sign. Subtracting a negative is the same thing as adding a positive. So now I have y minus 7 is equal to 1/2 quantity x plus 3. Distribute to get 1/2 x plus 3/2, or 1.5 if you're a decimal person. Take this and get rid of this -7 by adding 7 to both sides. You get y is equal to 1/2 x plus 8.5. 1.5 plus 7 is 8.5. So we're almost there. Now we're in slope-intercept form. You see my y equals mx plus b, y equals a slope of 1/2 x plus b. Now I'm going to go to standard form. So now I need to get the x and the y on the same side, so I'm going to subtract a 1/2 x. Don't lose your sign. I'm going to rewrite it so you can see what I have. -1/2 x plus y is equal to 8.5. So now I'm going to get rid of my denominator, which is a 2, so I'm going to multiply everything by 2. 2 times a -1/2 is a -1x. 2 times y is 2y. And if I double 8.5, I get 17. My leading number cannot be negative, so I'm going to multiply everything by -1. Will give me my final answer of x minus 2y is equal to -17. And if you notice, that is in standard form. A is 1, B is a -2, and C is a -17. Here is my answer right here. Right? So on the next one, you talk about a parallelogram. Basically, what we need to do here is we need to find the slope, because we want to be parallel to this side of the parallelogram, and we want to go through this point. So we have the point, we need the slope, we got to solve for y. So we'll move anything that doesn't have a y, make a 0 pair. 4y is equal to -3x plus 12. And we'll divide everything by 4. Now remember, the only thing that we want out of this is the slope. Can you identify the slope? Yes. Because it's parallel, we're going to use the exact same slope. So we're going to use a slope of -3/4, and this point right here. Everything else from this problem is trash, rubbish. Get it out of here. Throw it in the recycle bin. We're using this and this. So a great place to start is my point slope form. Okay, what's my y value? It's a 2. My slope is a -3/4. I stole that from the other equation, which is now in the trash can. X minus my x value, which is this. Okay, so now I can fill in this blank. This is point slope form. Y minus 2 is equal to -3/4 quantity x minus 0. If I distribute, I get y minus 2 is equal to -3/4 x plus 0. I don't bother writing plus 0 because it's a waste of time. So all I got to do is solve for y by adding 2 to both sides. So now I have my slope-intercept form, which is y equals -3/4 x plus 2. And now if we go into standard form, we're going to move this guy to the other side by adding 3/4 x to both sides. I now have 3/4 x plus a y is equaling to 2. And I can't have fractions, so I'll look at my denominator of 4, so I'll multiply everything by 4. 4 times 3/4 is 3 in front of the x. 4 times y is 4y, and 4 times 2 is 8. And there we go, standard form. Let's see what's another one we need to take a look at. How about number 6? Perpendicularly. You remember what kind of slope we use? If you're perpendicular, you got to give it the old 1-2 punch. We're going to use the opposite reciprocal slope. And we want to be perpendicular to this guy right here. Well, this is already in slope-intercept form. This is y equals mx plus b. This guy has a slope of 2. Well, we want the opposite of 2, which is a negative, because that's a positive. And what's the reciprocal? 2 as a fraction is 2 over 1. If I flip it over, I have this. So the one leg of the triangle, right triangle, has a slope of 2, so the other one that comes in perpendicularly to form the right angle has to use the opposite of positive and negative, and the reciprocal. So this is what I'm going to use, and I'm going to use that point slope. Y point slope. Remember point slope form? Look at the poster. Y minus, what's my y value? 2 is equal to my slope, which I had to modify because I'm going perpendicular to this guy over here. Negative 1/2 quantity x minus my x value, which is 4. I'm done. All right, so let's see. 7 and 8, these were the Hooyveks problems. I don't know, I'll just pick one. How about number 8? The equation line is parallel to the x-axis, so sketch out an xy axis real fast. You're going through 6, -7, that's somewhere down here. And you're going to be parallel to the x-axis. All right, so I take my pencil, I want to be parallel to the x-axis. Guess what? I am a horizontal line. Horizontal. Horizontal slopes have a slope of 0, or horizontal lines have a slope of 0, and their equations start with y equals. So what's my y coordinate over here, 6 or -7? That's right, it's -7. And the slope, is a slope of 0. Okay. Let's see, how about number 9, or number 11? All right, now this is where they try to get fancy, throw you off, and it's really just our slope formula. And they're just going to look funny for a while, okay? So go ahead and treat this, I don't know, treat this as my first or second, well, it really doesn't matter which one. And we know that the first numbers are x's and the second numbers are y's. Even though they have those k's in there, just let them come along for the ride. This is an x and this is a y. So let's go ahead and subtract our y's, just like we're supposed to over here. So we would have 10k minus 2k. Oh, okay, well those are like terms. 10k minus 2k is 8k. And let's subtract the x's in the same order. 7k minus 3k. 7k minus 3k is 4k. Now, any number divided by itself is 1, so k divided by k is 1. The k's go away. Isn't that nice? What's 8 divided by 4? Your slope is 2. All right, so those k's just kind of, I don't know, kind of like leeches. They just kind of hang on to you for a while. Just scrape them off, get rid of them, divide them out, and they're not going to be there. All right, last one here. The greatest slope. Check your rate of changes right here. This has a change of, remember these are your delta y's are on your right, delta x's are on your x. This changes by 225 over 3, which I think is 75, so I have a slope of 75 on this one. This changes by 60, and this changes by 1. That's 60 over 1, so that's 60. This changes by 275 over 5. 275 over 5 is what? 275 divided by 5 is what? 55? And this is 160 over 2, which is 80. Which one has the biggest number? 75, 60, 55, 80? How about we go with 80? Right there. All right, see you at test day.